What is up, YouTube? We're back with another YouTube video, and today I have a guide for the infrared tier 4 crown mission. You can see in game it says Shadow Company sold some intel to us. They discovered a high security room with a locked cache inside the southernmost restricted zone in the Alpha Cluster sector. There's supposedly some security system that will trigger an alarm. In the external ops sector, there's an upload station that contains data referencing Building 21. If you can access that upload station, we can reset that security system, which should unlock that cache, get us that intel, and we can look into how Building 21 is related to these bunkers. Our tasks are to reset the security system at the upload station in the external ops section, open the locked cache in the restricted section in the Alpha Cluster, and then extract the Building 21 evidence from the cache. So let's get in game and show you how you can get this done. So now that we're in game, I do want to show you the locations of the Koschei Complex entrances. There is a lot of them. You can see the first one is going to be located by the Oasis here in the desert. And this one is kind of hot right now because of that Pharaoh mini boss that spawns in because of the haunting event. So if you're going to go over there, be careful. It's an unmarked entrance. But the next one is going to be located over here by Tarek Village. Go straight across the bridge here, and then underneath the bridge is going to be a broken wall. And then you can go into the tunnel and then make your way to the Koschei Complex. Now the next one is a really interesting one that you can use if you want to, but the Rohan Oil entrance is going to take you pretty much right to the external ops, and that's one part of the Koschei Complex we're going to use later on. But it is going to be located in the underpass, and there's going to be a lot of AI there defending it, so do be careful if that's where you want to go. Now the next location is going to be in Mazrah City, as you can see over here in the downtown portion in a parking lot. This is where I'm going to go, and no matter what entrance you go through, you are going to want to bring a jumper cable and car battery with you. You can see I was able to find one already in game, but no matter where you go, you're going to need it because we're going to open Alpha Cluster. Best spots in my opinion to find them are gas stations, but you will see in the gameplay here that you can find jumper cable and car batteries in random locations throughout Mazrah City. So just do keep an eye out for those. Look for garages or little sheds and stuff like that. You can see here I was just running around looting, and I was able to find a pair of jumper cables right here on that shelf. And then literally in a couple minutes you're going to see me find a car battery not too far away. You can see in these little I guess mechanic shops. You can see I was looting here, didn't find anything, and then as I go into this one, you can see I found a car battery. So just find one of each, then make your way to whatever entrance you want. Like I said, I'm going to the Mazrah City one, so I'm going to make my way over here, and then we're going to drive down into this parking lot, and then you're going to see these two double doors here. Now as you get out, do be careful because there are teams that like to camp at the Koschei Complex entrances. They know people are going to bring car batteries and jumper cables, and they'll just kill them and take it from you. So just do keep your eyes out, make sure if those doors are open, you're paying attention and stuff like that. But make your way down here, and then you're going to see this little tunnel entrance right here. It's going to say travel to the Koschei Complex, and then you're going to get a countdown, and then it's going to ask you to confirm that you do want to travel to the Koschei Complex. So you can see I confirmed it. Now you're going to get a series of loading screens. You might get black screens like I got here, and then a loading screen to pop up. It's completely normal, don't worry. But once that all goes away, you will end up entering the Koschei Complex. I am speeding it up, that way we're not just sitting at a black screen right now. So you can see we spawned in, and now we are officially in the Koschei Complex. So now that we're in here, I'm just going to leave you guys with this gameplay for a little bit. That way you can just see the path that I take to kill the AI and the loot and everything. The looting is probably the most important part because you really want to make sure you pick some stuff up. So I'm going to let this gameplay play out, then I'll pick up with you guys right after I kill all the AI.
Enemy territory!
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp. Hostile activities increasing in the area.
Possible enemies here!
So now that you've gone and killed all the AI, I am going to speed up the looting portion of this, but I do want to show you some important things that you want to pick up. Number one, the most important being night vision goggles. These are going to allow you to see in the chemical plant in the dark, as well as the laser traps and everything later on, so it's going to be super important, so make sure you pick up a pair. And then also make sure you check out this vintage desk that you're going to see right now, and it's going to be this wooden desk right here. If you loot it, you have a chance of finding an L2 restricted zone key. You're going to need this in order to open the secured area that has the locked safe and everything that we're going to have to open. But just keep an eye out for those. If you don't find it, there's 3 more chances at the other side of the Koschei Complex here that I'm going to go to with 3 vintage desks that you may or may not find an L2 restricted zone key. It's completely random. But if you don't find it at all, don't worry, I will show you where to go to the shopkeeper, where you can buy a restricted zone key for 50k if that's one thing that you have to do. You can see AI respawn and we're just sitting down there, so I had to get rid of them. But this is going to be the location of the 3 other desks that I was talking about. You can see as I loot, I made sure to go and show you guys the vintage desk. So you can see behind me here, these have a chance to also spawn L2 restricted zone keys. And you can see I happen not to find an extra one here, but just trust me, you can find L2 restricted zone keys here. But now we're just going to continue looting, making our way through here, and then make sure you gear up. If you can, make sure you pick up a Bryson shotgun or the shotgun that I have here in my hand. That's a really useful one for dealing with these armored AI down here. But now that I've looted everything, we're going to go make our way back up here, and I'm going to show you location right here. This is where you're going to want to get your jumper cable and car battery that you brought in with you from Mazrah. Now that you're ready to go into the chemical plant and continue, you can see I have 1 jumper cable and 1 car battery. Go up here, and this is where you're going to put your makeshift power supply and insert your jumper cables and car batteries. Now you can see they're out of my inventory, and what you want to do is go back over here, and in this room you're always going to find parts for a jumper cable and car battery. You can see the car battery is there, and the jumper cable I picked up somewhere along when I was first clearing out the location. But you can see on these shelves, on these boxes, there's plenty of other spawn locations. It shouldn't be too hard to find it. Just look around. It's always going to be up here in these 2 rooms, or down here in this room and the room behind me. So just check these shelves, check these boxes. I know jumper cables can spawn there 100%. I've seen it before, as well as on this counter here, on the bench, and these boxes and shelves. So those are just some locations to check. Shouldn't be too hard to find them. They're always going to be in this room, like I said, this room, or the 2 rooms up here on my left right there, and then right here on my right. So just make sure you find your jumper cable and car battery, put that in your inventory, and then now you can go and open the bunker door. I'm going to put my night vision goggles on, that way we can go and see in the dark when we go into the chemical plant, but that's going to be leaving the information extraction portion. Now what I'm going to show you is where you can find an L2 restricted zone key, where you have to pay for it from the shopkeeper. So if you already have your L2 restricted zone key, just skip this part. Timestamps will be in the description down below, but if you do need an L2 restricted zone key, follow the path I'm going right now and make your way here. When you see this first structure, check these crawl spaces and see if you can find your factory admin key. You can see I ended up finding the heated mass barrel, which was a nice plus, but it wasn't the key. So you can see there's going to be a crawl space in front of it and behind the structure. So you can see, make your way through here. You may find it in the first crawl space, the second crawl space, the third, or the fourth. But however, just follow the gameplay and you should have no problem doing it. So you can see, crawl over the debris here, and then you will go and enter another crawl space here. And you can see I wasn't finding any. For a second I was worried. I was like, did anybody take all the keys already? Because there is a possibility other teams can pick up the key. But you can see I found one right here, so then I was very happy. I was not as worried. But just make sure you pick up that key because you're going to need one of them. Two of them are going to spawn in the game, so just keep your eyes out for those. But you can see the factory admin key is what we're looking for. I am going to show you this other building, and it's pretty much copy and paste on both sides of the map. You can see left and right there's going to be a structure, so try not to get too lost. But there's a factory admin key, there's the second one. So now that you have whichever one, you either take both or just one of them, make your way towards the back here where I'm going to go. Again, just follow along with the gameplay. I know I stopped to get the soul and it made it a little confusing, but just go back in the crawl space and make your way here towards the back. Now, as you approach the back here, you are going to see D/1 over here, and you could use the key down there, but I'm going to go use it at D/2. This is just where I like to enter the, factory admin and everything like that. So you can see I'm going to insert the key, then it's going to say factory admin door unlocked. You can feel free to take off your night vision goggles now, and then all you have to do is deal with the sentry gun ahead of you. Then if you want, loot this room, and then make your way through these double doors. Now, all you got to do is pretty much climb this ladder, and then drop down right here, and you can see there's going to be a shop that's spray painted with a red arrow, then a happy face there. And you can see as you approach right here, you are going to find a buy station. Now in the buy station, you will find the L2 restricted zone key, but it will cost you $50,000. So you might have to sell some items, you might have to get your teammates to drop you cash, or if it's just you, try to make sure you have 50K before you do this. But if you need it, go ahead and make sure you buy that. But now that you bought it, I'm going to show you how you can make your way back to information extraction where we came from. So go here, and again, we're just retracing our steps, but just to show you in case you're not too familiar with the chemical plant, you will go to your left here from where we came from, and then follow this straight down. And then you can see right here there's going to be numbers 0 and 1. Go to the right of them, straight down the middle here, and then take a left. You'll see that G/6 symbol that we saw initially. Then take another left, and then you will be taken straight to information extraction. And you can see right here we're going to run in, and on the middle of your screen it will say information extraction. So now that we're all caught up and we have our key, make sure you go through the left here now from information extraction into the chemical plant, and then go to your left again and pretty much just hug the left side of the wall. It's going to be your best friend at this point. And then go down here and you can see C/1, this is alpha cluster, and you can make your way over here. You can see it says no power to open the door, but go over here and insert your jumper cable and car battery. You can see I'm going to insert it in my inventory. I took out the jumper cable and car battery. Now there is one door here on the left you can open, and another door down on the right that you can open. I am going to end up opening the one on the right later on because it's going to make it a little easier, but I'm just looking out for players just to make sure, because usually when people hear the alarm they'll just rush it and try to kill you. So you can see now that I'm in, I'm going to take these night vision goggles off, and you're going to have a sentry gun down at the bottom of the hallway here. Now I recommend just probably destroying it and then opening the right side of the door as well. But I opted to leave it there because I was like, oh, it would be really funny if I left it there and a team that snuck up on behind me just, got hit by the sentry gun, right? I was thinking I could use it as something that would alert me if teams were coming from behind me, but at the end of the day, I just ended up destroying it anyway because it was getting pretty annoying every time you have to run back and forth. But now that you make your way over here, you're going to see there's going to be some lasers. That's going to be the sentry guns over here protecting these locked doors. All you got to do is destroy the sentry guns and then kill all the armored AI here. Just be careful. You can see I'm trying to destroy the sentry gun here without taking too much damage. And then I'm going to destroy that sentry gun. And once you do that, this is where your L2 restricted zone key is going to come into play. Because these double doors here, you're going to see they're going to say L2 restricted zone locked. Now you use your key, it's going to say stronghold unlocked, and then you will unlock it, and then you can make your way inside. Now, for whatever reason in my game, there was like 1,000 AI. I think it was AI that was in the back of the room in Alpha Cluster, I think they all just decided to push me at the same time with reinforcements from the elevator. So you can see I end up getting overwhelmed here from taking a lot of damage. They were showing up from every single angle. So I just used my self-revive. And if you can, I highly recommend stocking up self-revive pistols or just self-revives in general. If you're playing as a team, I recommend you have one guy that's designated to go and kind of do the jumping puzzle, and then have two people just stand outside trying to cover you from the AI. But now that I cleared it out, I want to show you the location of this locked cache over here. You can see, you can open this door and you're going to hear like that humming from the lasers. Put on your night vision goggles, and you want to do that just on purpose. You can see as I activate the little security thing right there, you're going to hear that little ring, chime, whatever you want to call it. Now that you've done that, turn around and immediately make your way back outside. So I'm going to run over here. I'm going to check this box right here to see if I can find a self-revive, but I didn't find one. But run back over here, and if you can, this is where I recommend opening that door on the left because it makes it way easier. You're going to see me do it in a little bit, so just bear with me for a moment. But I'm going to make my way down here because I did leave that sentry gun. And this is kind of where I realized that the sentry gun was going to be pretty annoying. Once you go over here, make your way straight down the hall to the left. You can see this is where we put our jumper cable and car battery. And you can go, and if you notice there's a button right there, I am going to push that button later. But follow the left side of this wall, and it's going to take you to the other portion that we have to go to. I'm forgetting the name right now, but once it pops up, I'm going to let you know. You can see A/1. This is where we want to open the bunker door, and this is going to be where we have to reset our security system every single time. You can see there it is, external ops, that's what it's called. You're going to want to make your way here, and we have a bunch of AI, so we're going to have to deal with these as well. This is, as you can see, as a solo player, this is pretty much a difficult, annoying mission. You can see I'm getting hit with Semtex, flashbangs, everything. Bunch of AI here. And we'll say the Koschei Complex is great for farming souls if that's what you want to do. It's kind of like my go-to place right now for getting souls. But you can see more AI, sentry gun over there. And there is going to be AI to the left of me. You're going to see it right now. I don't know why these two AI always stand there, but it's pretty annoying. You'll think that it's clear, and then you just start running to the console, and then they start shooting you. This is where you want to go. You can see it says begin upload, and what you're going to do is obviously do the animation begin the upload, and then it's going to give you a bar that you have to fill up just by standing next to the console. So you can see right here, it's going to say upload progress. Now I was trying to ping this elevator here to show you that this is where enemies can respawn, so be careful. But for whatever reason the game's not letting me ping it. But you can see upload progress. It moves by pretty fast, which is, you know, a good thing. But it says security system reset. Now that's going to be the first part of this mission complete. Now what we're going to do is retrace our steps and go back to the Alpha Cluster. The unfortunate part about this mission is every single time that you set off the security alarm, you are going to have to run back over here and reset it. So it does get pretty annoying. Again, like I said, if you're a solo player, this is almost impossible to do. Thankfully, I got into an instance of the Koschei Complex here where there was relatively no players, so I was pretty safe over here. But I have been stuck here several times where there's just like every player is just sitting in the chemical plant, and I have to keep running back and forth. I've died here so many times trying to record this video, so I was super happy to actually get it done this time. So you can see as we make our way back to the Alpha Cluster, I saw the sentry gun, and I was like, you know what, leave it alone. I'm gonna go down here, and then this is where we were at originally, so hopefully you didn't get lost. Again, just rewind the video if that's what you need to make your way back over here. We're gonna run to the back here, and you're gonna notice that the door and everything is still unlocked. It's not gonna lock itself or anything, but make your way over here. And I did hear this AI that was streaming shotgun and stuff. I thought he was right next to me, but I didn't know where he was at. So I just double checked. And here you can see I was trying to get it done, but I also wanted to show you that when you set it off, you can see in a couple seconds it's going to show it. Now when you alert it, it is going to do security system triggered. And I do believe this will spawn in an additional wave of enemies, so just be careful for that. But I did have to go reset it every single time. So again, this is just me showing you that yes, you do have to reset it every single time. I destroyed the sentry gun because I wanted to open the door, then I remembered you can only open it from the other side. So we have to go back over here. You can see I opened the bunker door so it would be faster to go in and out of Alpha Cluster to the external ops. But I'm just fast forwarding this because, you know, you saw how I did it originally. Just make your way here. Be careful with the AI. There was one time where I did this and I was so close to getting it done. I knew it and then I ended up dying to AI. So that was just the worst part. But go ahead, begin the upload. Then once it finishes, you can go and reset your security system and then run back over here. You can see we're going to hug the wall to our right. Now this is where the sentry gun was that I destroyed, and I opened the door. Make your way over here and then make your way to the back. You can see it. There were AI. I believe they spawned either from the elevator. Oh no, they spawned from the elevator. So I do believe the security system does call for AI. But here I am going to show you when I finally completed it. You can see I just went prone here, and then what you want to do is go prone in between these two lasers, as you can see, one on my left, one on my right. Then crouch right here in the middle of them by this shelf, jump over that laser, and then go prone. And then all you have to do is open the chest right here, as you can see, the supply box, and you're going to see the DRC proposal. That's what you want. You can see we got our second tick of progress done for the mission, and then I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to drop. Now I'm pretty sure you can alert the security system and not have to restart it. You're gonna see I was trying to get out of here without alerting it, but it ended up triggering the security system. It didn't take away any of my progress, so I was like, screw it, I'm not restarting it. I don't feel like doing that anymore. But there is always gonna be an exfil, as you can see, close by over here at the Alpha Cluster. So I called that in, and like I said, I'm gonna speed this up because you don't really have to watch this anymore. On screen, pause it if you care about like the lore or whatever for the DRC proposal, but that is what it says there. Then you can see the elevator is going to arrive. Make your way in and just make sure you have that in your inventory. You can see, let that timer tick down. Then you will eventually get this where you fade to black, and then you get the mission completion and everything. You can see successful exfil. And then you will see right here mission progression. Just give it a second. There we go. And you can see that's infrared complete. So if you found this useful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This guide took way too long to make, so if you found it useful, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell so you don't miss another video. Don't follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/MonkeyJam0. I play with all my DMZ guides will be popping up on screen right now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.